Hello? And I'm muted. You just missed my whole rant about YouTube. I guess that's a good thing. But ever since they rolled out this new streaming software, it's hokey. Very hokey. It seems like every day that I want to live stream, I have to try and try and try again. It used to work every single time. Now it's like sometimes it wants to work, sometimes not. Very frustrating. It's very frustrating, man. Say it all again. Nah, I don't think so. Hi, Rafe. Yeah, my deck backlash is really becoming a problem now, and I tried to fix it through software. Last night, I was playing with PhD2. I was playing with EQ mod. No matter what settings I use, it ain't going to fix this backlash. What good is software backlash correction if it doesn't fix the backlash? I'm going to have to open up a ticket. You know, sometimes PhD2 will, do a dither on the RA. Okay, RA, no backlash, that's fine. Sometimes both, no problem. But when it just does a dither on the deck, it takes forever to correct. Like like Caleb was talking about. I don't know, man. I was trying to max out on backlash settings. It ain't helping. And it's especially noticeable when you're doing 30-second exposures like I was on the Pleiades, because every 90 seconds you have to do a dither. Whereas when you're doing 5-minute exposures, okay, it's not such a big problem. Hi, Caleb. I was just saying how I'm giving up on that deck backlash. I'm going to have to open up a ticket. I tried every software solution I could think of. I wonder how many users I lost with me trying to get this damn stream to work. It's unfortunate. That's probably why they haven't rolled out this new streaming to everybody yet, because they're using me as a guinea pig. Yeah, I can't fix it with software. I tried last night. I was maxing out whatever I could. It's only the deck. So I was looking, well, maybe I can just dither on the RA. And then I look it up. Well, if you only dither on the RA, you might get walking noise. Well, then why is that even an option? To dither on RA only if you're still going to get walking noise. Why is that even an option? No, my problem is the deck. When it dithers on RA, I have no problem. Yeah, I went through the settings in PhD2. And I tried to do it in EQ mod. No, Kayla, every time I was watching it forever last night, every time it dithered on RA, I never saw the problem. But when it dithered on deck, huge problem. I didn't see any problem with RA. Not last night. Sometimes it only dithers on the deck. Sometimes I saw both, and then it's fine. But when it only dithers on the deck, that's when I saw the problem last night. Oh, I'm not going to debug it. I'm not going to do that on a public stream. When we have a member-only stream, I'll do it. Some people don't have deck. Okay. Well, I may have a problem with the RA, but the problem didn't exist last night. I don't believe you. No. I'm not buying that, Caleb. It didn't show itself last night. The deck, did I do a screenshot? Let me see. I was taking screenshots so I can make a ticket out of it. Let me see here. I might have done it upstairs on my upstairs computer. I don't think I have it down here. No. I was taking screenshots that only showed the deck, whereas the RA was fine. Yeah, we can do that. After the stream, let's go check it out. But it's every single time. Every time, whenever it did a RA dither, no problem. But when it did the deck by itself, every single time, I had to wait forever for it to get back. Oops. We got a problem with somebody already? Yeah, Caleb, that too. Do you think this all ties in together? Didn't you say you took apart your mount and put it all back together again, and just doing that fixed all your problems? I don't know how much Starfront will charge me to look at my mount. $50 an hour? Okay. Yeah, it was frustrating when I'm doing 30-second exposures on the Pleiades. And, after 3 exposures, I have to do another dither. And I hope it's not a deck dither. And so sometimes it would go okay. But then when the deck dither came around, I cranked up the backlash setting to 1,000 on PhD2. I tried to max out on EQ mod. I swear I never saw this issue in Sequence Generator Pro. Unless the mount just became a problem now, unrelated to Nina. I got about 7 hours now on the snow globe. I think that's enough. Unless I did HA, I don't think I'm going to pull out any more detail with my UVIR filter. And I have 6 hours so far on the Pleiades, and I think I'm going to finish that one up tonight and move on. So the first half of the night, I'm going to do the Phantom Galaxy, and then the second half, I'm going to finish up the Pleiades, and then tomorrow, I'll spend all night on the Phantom Galaxy. I got it all figured out. But if it's a mechanical thing, why can't the software correct it? I mean, if it's backlash, why doesn't the software just say, hurry up? No, I guess it can't. It still has to wait for the... Yeah, never mind. It can't make the backlash just go away. I didn't even think about doing a mosaic. That would have been a good idea. Because there's so much dust around the Pleiades. Oh, that would have been a good 4-panel mosaic. You know, it was the middle of the night. I needed a second half of the night target while the moon was out. So I thought, okay, I'll go after the Pleiades. I didn't put much thought into it, but that would have been good. Either way, I would have to wait for the backlash to get back to normal. Either way, I think there's going to be that long wait period, no? Well... Oh, scrap it, huh? I don't want to scrap 6 hours of data. That would have been a good one. I didn't even think of that. A 4-panel mosaic on the Pleiades. Oof. Because, yeah, it's got all that dust around it. Oh. Pete was with me when I decided to capture it. Why didn't you think of that, Pete? Huh? It's Pete's fault. You know, we were on my gaming channel, and I was thinking about what can I capture in the second half of the night while the moon is out. I just thought of that. I gotta plan this in advance. No, don't look at me. No, maybe next year, Caleb. I'm going to move on. I've done enough on the Pleiades. I'm going to finish. The difference between this year and last year is going to be the diffraction spikes. When I open my ticket, Caleb, I'm going to tell them what you did. You just took it apart and put it back together, and everything was hunky dory. Oh, yeah, Pete. It still looks cool. Well, for now, I'm starting the Phantom Galaxy tonight. I wonder if all that crap I was having starting and stopping this stream today affected how many viewers I have, because I don't have near what I had yesterday. YouTube has really got to fix this problem. I didn't ask for the new YouTube streaming. Let's dump this on Chuck and see what problems he has. I didn't ask for this. Hello, Lindsay. On the 17th, and it will be 1 year. Oh, cool, Russell. Rust Ball. Yeah. I think I'm done trying to capture Comet Lemmon in the morning. It's definitely getting lower, and I'm having less time to capture it. So I'm just going to wait for it to become an evening comet. You can definitely tell it's not as high as it used to be in the morning. That's what she said. That was your first comet ever. Cool. Yeah, I was playing around with the guiding last night. I was trying some EQ mod stuff that sent the guiding to the moon and then back again. It was, yeah, I don't want to do that. Romulus. Oh, cool. I used to see car racing near Romulus. I used to see, I think it was in Romulus, it was a figure eight car racing. I don't remember if there were a lot of crashes, but then there was a demolition derby, and I'm thinking, how can they just afford to smash their cars and then get new ones after that? How can they throw away cars like that? Oh, cool, Pete. You finally had some clear skies. How did it look? I saw a picture that Hunter took, and the tail was super, super long. Guiding has nothing to do with EQ mod, but there was a backlash setting in EQ mod that I tried to take to the maximum, but that didn't really help. How do I remotely cap? Yeah, because my camera's on the front, I can't put a cap on it. And I didn't do it even when it was in Detroit. But Starfront assures me that they religiously keep our optics clean. So they probably walk around with a little duster, making sure there's no dust collection on my corrector plate. Gotcha. What did you use your Roki, Pete? Oh, okay, cool. Wow, nice bluegrass. Nice that somebody has good guiding. Hello, Martin. Yeah, this would have been such a good target, the Pleiades, for a 4-panel mosaic. What a pity. What a pity I wasted, 6 hours so far on just the center. First time here, welcome. Almost ready. Stan, you want to see my PhD 2 settings really quick? I was playing around with this setting. Algorithm. I was cranking. It seemed like it went back to 400. I cranked this thing all the way up to 1,000. in the bottom right here. I mean, nothing was doing anything. No matter what I changed, I saw no difference. And in EQ mod, I was playing around with this setting, cranking this one all the way up to the right. Deck backlash. Was that backlash? I can't even tell. I don't got my glasses. Yeah. Those are the things I was trying. Neither made a difference. Into the guiding tab. Yeah, I was looking at it, but I didn't know what to change on this tab. And I recalibrated my guiding. That didn't do anything. These are all my telescopes. I own all of them, but I'm only using the one in the middle tonight. No. I shipped my telescope to Starfront Observatory, so all of these telescopes have different owners. But some people do ask me, are those all your telescopes? I used this telescope for about 5 or 6 years in my own backyard, but I wanted darker skies. So I shipped it to Texas, and Starfront charges me about $199 a month. I wish they were on my telescopes. Not starting yet. It's still too bright. Yeah. Oh, never mind. Yeah. They charge you by how large your telescope is. So I have an 8-inch RASA, so they charge me $199. But people send smaller scopes where it's much less. People even send their sea stars or smart telescopes there. 6 minutes to the countdown. Oh, I should get Nina ready. A lot of people do send them, though. I thought that's, well, you know what? If people want to freaking have dark skies and they live in New York City or some place where it's very light polluted, I can see that. Where am I going? Imaging. Orbitals. I love this orbitals feature. Update. I select Comet. I forgot. Is that R2? R2 SWAN. Load. Frame it. Looks like it might be near a bright star. Nina is ready. Oh, nice, Caleb. Are you really going to do that? You can start to see the Milky Way. You see that, everybody? Nina is very flexible. I like a little bit more. I like it a little bit more each day. Should we start? in 2 minutes. Let's give it 2 more minutes. Yeah, starting to see the Milky Way. Five a.m. 5 a.m. You're 8 hours ahead. Seven p.m. in Canada. Yeah, it looks nice. I didn't even check the weather. I just assumed it was going to be clear. We've had such a good run of clear skies. I see nothing but clear skies in the next 10 days. I better capture a lot of deep sky objects. Okay, let's start, folks. Let's start this up. Let me get rid of the timer here. Why am I yawning already? I'm not sleepy. Okay, the wheels are in motion. Let's do this. There goes my scope. Let's go. For my members, I think tomorrow we will process the snow globe in a live stream. Where is Comet SWAN? There it is. Right in the middle. We can skip the rest. Let's go on to the next step. Right near a bright star. Don't go anywhere because it's going to look even brighter after we do the autofocus. Caleb, are you still here? And Stan? I could set my dither to 3 if you want to see what it looks like if this problem will show itself this evening with my dithering. Now I'm going through an automatic focus. I can already tell my last Comet post on Facebook is taken off. Right, that star will give it a good reference if we try a time lapse on it. Yeah. I'm gonna scoot it over to the right a little bit because the tail goes off to the left. So I'm gonna send it to the right. As soon as the autofocus is finished. So it's starting with an altitude. Okay, hang on here. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to move the comet over now so it's not... I want it to the right. Let me stop my guiding really quick. Oh no, I hit 3. I might have sent it too far. Stop there. It's coming back. Don't go anywhere, folks. I want to show you what the 1 minute exposure looks like. I think that's good right there. That's enough. No. A little bit more to the right. Okay, that's enough. That's good enough. Oh, yes, yes. In Sequence Generator Pro, I only had 7 data points, and the focus was just fine. That's way too many data points. I thought when I initially set it up, I had only put 7 data points, but I guess not. Okay, here comes the first exposure. Hey, whoa, that's a thick star field. Wow. And that's a cool bright star next to it. Very nice. Yeah, it will. How do you know if that star is in Serpens, Martin? I captured a bright star next to a cluster, and I didn't even know, but somebody pointed out it was Serpens. Well, actually, I already knew it was Serpens 5. What does that mean? There's someone even put it in Wikipedia. I swear it wasn't me, but somebody put my picture in a Serpens 5 article. That one wasn't me. I swear it. They put my picture in Wikipedia. I'm kind of known for putting my own pictures in Wikipedia, but that wasn't me. Not this time. I'm truthful on that. You see, somebody that's Serpens 5, and somebody put my picture in that. I didn't even know what Serpens 5 was. Constellation of Serpens. I know. I give you no reason to believe me on this, but this time I'm telling the truth. There's no reason to believe me. I understand that. Right. Self-promotion in Wiki, but this wasn't me doing that. It would have been me had I known there was a Five Serpents article. I didn't even know that article existed. But if this is a Serpents star, maybe I'll update Wiki. So Serpens is the constellation, and they just catalog stars like one Serpens, two Serpens. I don't know. I wish I knew what star that was. I guess I can annotate it. That's a double star? Oh. Okay, that's good to know. I don't think it's aliens. Hello, Peggy Sue. How do you not think of Buddy Holly when you see the name Peggy Sue? Everybody knows Buddy Holly, right? And everybody knows that song. And I think of the 50s. Is that right, Stan? Okay. I didn't know that. Is that the star, Martin? Let's see, is that in Wiki? 11 Serpents. Are you sure that's the star? Oh, I'm sure he did. That's cool. Okay, Martin. I'm looking at Wiki. 11 Serpents has no picture. What a shame. What a shame. It has no picture. Wouldn't it be splendid with a picture of 11 Serpents? Serpentis. Wouldn't it look cool with a picture of 11 serpents and the comet? Woof! I think you just gave me a reason to process my image. Maybe I'll process this one. You knew that was next. It has to be. I've been sending the data to Pete. Pete is, I haven't been that interested in this comet because the tail is not as strong as the one as Comet Lemmon. But now I think I have reason to update it, to actually process it. Yes, that's what I was just looking at. Oh, wait a minute. Is that a different one, Stan? XI. I thought that was 11. The one that has number 11 and the one that has XI are two different articles? Yeah, it appears they are. I thought 1111. When I put XI into Google, it sent me to article 11 Serpentis. I bet Wikipedia doesn't even know those are the same star. Or maybe they're not the same star. Are they the same star? I'm going to look at the coordinates here. No, they have different coordinates in Wikipedia. XI. Or whatever. XI, I did a cut and paste. Well, if I type in XI... Yeah. Well, when I typed XI in Wikipedia, it sent me to 11 Serpentis. Oh no! It's got two of them, XI and 11 on top of each other. Okay, so it's not 11, it's XI. Okay, I follow you. Thanks for pointing that out, Stan. I would have updated the wrong article. And nobody would have known, I bet you. XI is the one in the image. Not X. Okay. You see what Google did here? I just assumed it was 11, but I didn't even, and it had the big, I didn't even see the one up there, XI. So the one in the picture is XI. The one in my frame here. XI is a Greek letter. I was automatically thinking Roman numerals. Right, they're different. Now I just assumed X1. I thought it was 11. It's XI. Lowercase. But it's supposed to be a Why is Wiki wrong? Why is Wiki wrong? I don't see a triple star system in what I'm capturing though. Epsilon Serpentis. So let's just iron this out. This is XI, right? And if it is XI, where's the triple star system they're talking about? I don't see it. I see 2 stars. I don't get it. But does anybody see a triple star system? Wouldn't that be hilarious if the comet is blocking that star? If it's blocking the third one? Well, if we stay on it long enough, we might see that third star. If it's really a triple star system, then I can't post my picture in Wikipedia. You can't post a 2-star system in a 3-star article. Oh, well. That ain't going to work. No, it doesn't say XI is 11. It doesn't say that. That was my mistake, Martin. If I scoot this comet over, Am I going to see a star over on the right? Does anybody know this? Is there a star over on the right if I scoot my comet over so we get the triple star system? Let me look. I'm going to look at my, let me pull up Stellarium here and see if that triple star system. You mean, are one of these a double star? All I'm looking at are those two bright stars. I don't see it. I don't see it in Stellarium. The triple is unresolved with my telescope. Oh, okay. I'm not going to update Wiki then. Thanks for the info. I find it hard to believe that the third one is unresolved with all these stars. It's got to be in there somewhere. No? Got to be in here. Oh, we haven't been... Have I not been dithering? I thought I was dithering. I set dither to 3. I don't know why it's not dithering. Okay. Gotcha. I understand. I won't see 24.9 arc second spacing. Really, Stan? This one has this one has two others that's why they call it a 3-star system? Really? I thought it was like boom, boom, and the other. Oh, I understand now. That makes more sense. Maybe I can still update Wiki with my deviant little mind. Shall we do a time lapse to see what we've got so far? I don't know why it's not dithering. That's very strange. Unless this was a dither. Let's create a time lapse on what we captured so far, everybody. Let's do a time lapse. We got 19 frames so far. Yeah, all right, we're going to do the time lapse. I'm preparing it right now. The lowercase epsilon symbol with a squiggle. Oops. You know, it figures the dither is not showing any backlash right now. When I want backlash, it ain't showing backlash. Okay, time lapse coming up. Give me 1 second here. And there it is. That's how much data we've captured today. That is a very rich star field. This is not a bright comet, that's for sure, compared to Comet Lemmon. So the tail is hard to see with single exposures on this one. I'm trying to get it so that you can see in the vertical mode too. It's moving fast, that's for sure. Right. Now, Comet Lemmon, you would clearly see the tail in a single exposure. But this one's on its way out of here, and it wasn't as bright to begin with. Spooky green, yeah. You can see how I cycled through all my exposures. What's the altitude of this comet right now? The altitude is still 26 degrees high. Wow. This is a very high comet. I don't think this comet was ever visible to the naked eye. I don't think so. I didn't hear about that in the media or anything. Lemmon had the chance to be visible to the naked eye later this month. Here's Comet Lemmon. This is what I captured this morning. Hey, we had, look at, Caleb, are you here? This is purely deck. That's purely deck. See how the RA does not have an issue? But look at how long it took my deck to correct. You see the RA is right in there. That's what I was waiting to see. I want to get a screenshot of that. I hope Caleb was still here to see that. That's what I kept seeing last night. I wonder if Caleb ran away. Did you see that, Stan? Did you see what I was talking about? That it looked like a deck issue and not an RA issue? No? Although it could be both. But I never see the RA do that. It only says deck. Yeah, Lemmon already is a better comet. It's been a better comet. That's the one everyone's taking pictures of. Did you see those, Stan? It was deck. While the RA was looked fine. That's every single time last night. It was only the deck, never the RA acting up. Caleb might be out setting up his own telescopes, but I got a picture of it. Oh, yeah. We just saw it recover in the picture. I'll show you again. Do you see? The deck took off, and then it came back down. It recovered. And this is probably about a minute later, or a minute and a half later, it recovered. You see that? It always comes back. But this is all the backlash that is happening until the gears start moving again. Right? All that. I never did visit Starfront. Hello, Ron. A lot of people have, and they made lots of videos about it, but I never did. I know, I was thinking the same thing. I should dither every 5. Especially, I know there's a formula. The more exposures you do, the less often you have to dither. But I'm going to leave it at 3 for the Phantom Galaxy because I'm doing 5-minute exposures. I should have said it less for the Pleiades because I'm doing so many exposures I didn't have to dither so often. Excuse me, why am I yawning? I didn't take my nap today. What do you mean by gear issue? Not something with the gear that needs to be replaced, I hope. I don't want my mount out of action. I can live with this. I hope it's as easy as Caleb's solution where they took something apart, put it back together, and it works. Yeah, Caleb kept insisting it's an RA issue, but that picture and what I was seeing yesterday, it was only the deck. With one of the worm gears to the belt. That's what I was thinking. Something with the belt, maybe. What I was thinking, and maybe something just needs to be tightened up a little bit. Hello, Maggie. Yeah, I think that picture kind of tells the story, too. I'm going to include that picture. That's exactly what I kept seeing last night. And ever since I started using Nina, it cursed my mount. I know. Not a Nina issue. Not a Nina issue. There's a correlation here, guys. You haven't seen a starry night for 25 years? You never left the city. You sound like me. I never traveled too far from Detroit. That's why I sent my rig to Starfront. Go back to Sequence Generator Pro. You know I can't do that now. Every day I learn something new in Nina. I got to stick with Nina now. I just like blaming Nina, even if I can't justify it. Here's a coincidence, though. The conspiracy theories. You know what? I've captured 31 exposures of this comet today. I say I want to get a head start and go after the Phantom Galaxy. Now, I don't want to spend too much time on this. How about we go after the Phantom Galaxy and see how that looks? And you don't have that issue. We got a half hour of data. Pete's the only one that might process this, by the way. So I don't think he... Do you think you got enough data, Pete? I've got 32, 33 exposures on this. Sounds good? Okay. We're going to go for the Phantom Galaxy. Hooray! Let me set it up here. Where am I? Cool. All right, I'm going to stop this. And I've already selected here. Where is it? Where's my target list? I've already got M74 selected somewhere. Do you guys see M74? M74? I could have sworn I already set it up. Didn't I? Do you see it anywhere here? Did I really not select it and set that up? I guess not. All right, I got to frame it. I thought I did that already. Strange. Yeah. That's M74, right? It's being a phantom right now. Isn't that the Phantom Galaxy M74? Yeah. Right in the middle. We'll do 5-minute exposures. Let me get rid of this comet. Okay. And how many exposures? Let's do 3 hours worth. 5-minute exposure, 36. Iterations 36. We'll go 3 hours because then after that, I want to finish off the Pleiades. So I'm going to add M45. If I can find M45. Okay. Let's see my mount move. Go for it. NGC 628. What's that? Oh, Oh, that's what it's called. NGC 628 or M74. Oh, I gotcha. I wonder why they call it the Phantom. Is it really that faint? Is that the reason they call it? Because it's hard to find? Wow. It looks very low. It's only 25 degrees high right now. Or no, that's the old one. I think that's it right there. I think we already got it. We'll see what a 5-minute exposure looks like. M111 is really hard to find? What is it? Ah, you tricked me with that before. There is no M111. I remember. You always say that. You never got a notification, Brody. That's Brody's excuse because he never wants to come to my streams. I never got a notification. You know what I need? Butterfingers! I still got a bag of Butterfingers. I couldn't eat them before my physical, but I'm eating them now. I'll be right back. Oh, jeez. Look at that. Let's do this. How many times does it take to freaking resolve that the Phantom Galaxy is already in the center of the picture? It's already there. Hey, I know you. How's it going? I forgot your first name though. But you've told me before. Zaluro, but you told me your first name. Please tell me again. It's not Daniel, is it? It's not Daniel. It's something else. I apologize for not remembering. Daniel! I did it. I was kind of shocked, Daniel. You got a check mark, so I thought, wow, did you hit 100,000 subscribers? But it doesn't say that you did here. How's TikTok treating you? I know you were huge on that. Daniel used to go live on TikTok and get 1 million people watching him at once. I was right. You still doing TikTok? Is it still treating you good? I kind of lost my way on TikTok. They were giving me traffic for a long time, and then they said, nah, we don't like you anymore. They don't like anyone from the Middle East. It's a conspiracy. Oh, okay. That happened to me before. They verified the wrong account. They verified my name, Chuck Ayub, when they were supposed to verify this channel. So now I got a check mark there and a check mark here. But it makes you look important. My guiding isn't too bad. It's only when I do a dither that the backlash rears its ugly head. Oh, you haven't been doing any astro lately. I'm sorry to hear that. But it's good to see you again. I am Middle Eastern. Well, I was born in the USA. I was born in Detroit. My dad was born in Jerusalem. And my mom nearby Jerusalem. I hope things get better for you, Daniel. I haven't been doing TikTok for a while, so I haven't been following you, so I wasn't aware that maybe you haven't been doing stuff for a while. We're still waiting for a 5-minute exposure now on the Phantom Galaxy. So wait 5 minutes and we'll see how bright this thing really is. Don't leave yet, folks. We're going after the Phantom. I don't know if this dual screen is really worth the hassle. On YouTube now, they give you the option of doing horizontal and vertical at the same time, but trying to make my picture work for both formats, it's kind of a pain. Yesterday it seemed worth it when I was getting a lot of users, but today I've only got 100 compared to 400. Just all the problems I was having before this stream started, though, I wonder if that affected how many users I got today. YouTube has this new live stream thing going on, and they didn't roll it out to everybody, but they rolled it out to me, and I have been having problems. It just doesn't accept my stream key. I get the stream key from the new YouTube live stream feature. I put it into OBS, and then it doesn't recognize it. It just doesn't want to work. And today, it would recognize it for a couple of seconds, then it would end the stream. And I went through a few iterations before it finally worked. Not fun. Well, the dual screen, if you're on a desktop, you can see the horizontal, but if you're using YouTube Shorts, you'll see my stream in vertical format. And I thought that was why I had over double the amount of viewers yesterday, because I was getting traffic from YouTube Shorts, but then the analytics doesn't show you which users came from which one, so I don't know if that's true or not. So they don't really give you the tools to see, yeah, did that really do what you think it did? The analytics needs to be improved. Yeah, it's definitely glitchy, and that's why they haven't rolled it out to everybody, obviously. Yeah, Comet Lemmon is the one that's really bright. We got 2 more minutes, folks, and then we're going to see what this galaxy looks like for a 5-minute exposure. Yeah, then stick with the original. Well, I don't live stream that often for the public anyway. And for member-only live streams, I'll certainly not use the vertical format. No point. I live streamed today because I thought there might be an audience for it, where we had over 400 yesterday. But today I think I topped out at about 130 or 140. Don't use the new YouTube. It's experience. Yeah, I didn't have a choice. I didn't say, set me up with this new stuff. It just did it. It looked very good, Brody. I posted it on Facebook. Let me show you. But it's getting too low now. I don't think I'm going to capture it in the morning. It's still visible, but not for as long. That's what I captured this morning after I processed it. I think that's less than a half hour of data. Comet Lemmon. I like it. Well, okay, 15 seconds, folks, and we're going to see what this galaxy looks like. No, it's not. Whoa, that is nice looking. And that's a single 5-minute exposure. This galaxy is not a phantom at all. Easily seen in a single exposure. Ooh, this is a nice one. I like it. But you know, the moon is getting closer to it at about 30%. But I didn't think it was any brighter than what I had seen before. I think when it becomes an evening comet, which it already is for a little bit, it's gonna be really cool to see. And then the moon will be completely gone. J3 is Mag 15.8. Huh? What's J3? Isn't that a cool looking galaxy? You know, I don't have a lot of focal length for my scope. So it's not very big. That's what she said. But I'm still glad to be capturing it. I'm check it off my list for Messier targets. Yes, I can't wait. Now I'm just going to say, considering how bright this is, I don't need 20 hours of data on this galaxy. I'm just going to say it. I'm not going big on this one. I think 10 hours will suffice. Yeah. Let's not go crazy on a bright target. Maybe not even 10. I say if we get a few images, maybe 15 minutes worth, we'll stack it and see how good it looks. If you want to wait around 10 more minutes, we'll stack we'll stack a few. I knew it. I knew it, Brody. Someone was going to say there may be IFN in there, so you got to go more hours. Is the IFN strong? What are you guys talking about? What's J3? Oh, Comet 2024 J3. Oh, that's another comet. It's still visible in the constellation Scutum. Scutum? Scutum? Yeah. More data is always better. The stars are a bit elongated, but thank goodness for Blur X. 5 hours, that'll work. Martin's with me. Life is short. We got to keep hammering through the universe. For my members, tomorrow, I'm going to process the snow globe. Or we process M45, the Pleiades or the snow globe tomorrow. I'll be done with both. The snow globe is already captured. And I'll be done with the Pleiades today. The Pleiades would certainly be more fun, wouldn't it? If my members want the Pleiades, then I'll do the snow globe. Is the IFN too far away from this one, Stan? Good. So Jacob says snow globe. But sometimes my scope reveals IFN because it's so fast and the dark skies that there may be IFN that we just don't see in other people's pictures, and we might see it in mine. My scope really picks up faint stuff. How many pictures we got of this? I'm gonna get one more picture, then let's stack 3 of these and see how it looks. Then I will probably call it a day. I've been live streaming for a while. 2 hours. Thank you, Stan. I wonder how Dustin is. Usually he's joining my live streams. I wonder how the 24-inch telescope is doing. I think they were waiting on something. I forgot. You guys told me, but I don't remember. The ASI2600MC for when I start doing planetary. I still haven't set it up. Is a Grand Design Spiral Galaxy. Grand Design Galaxy. If you when I'm dead and buried, my pictures will live on. They'll live on in Wikipedia. That's like my hobby, updating Wikipedia with my pictures. It's like a new hobby. Actually, an old hobby. And that's an article that nobody even knows exists, so I'm sure my picture will stay in there forever. 50 years from now, who's this Chuck guy? Why is he all over Wikipedia? Then they'll see my tombstone. Good hobby. Okay, we got 3 pictures. I'm gonna stack it. Hang on here. Let's see what 15 minutes combines looks like. Wow. Okay, so there it is. That's pretty bright for 15 minutes, guys. That's only 15 minutes of data. That's a bright galaxy. What do you think? That looks good. Is that my corrector plate? I really need to capture new flats lately. Of course, this is uncalibrated. That looks like the circular. That looks like my corrector plate, no? A DBE will fix that. So if I drizzle it, it will be that big. Martin thinks 5 hours will suffice. I would probably go more than 5. But 8 to 10 hours would be, I think this is, you pick up this much data for 15 minutes. Yeah. Oh, you got a peer reserved. I know. I reserved a peer, and then I sat on my hands for a while. I didn't. I finally sent it, and I'm sorry I waited so long. I love the experience of Starfront. Doesn't that look great for 15 minutes? Depending on circumstances, I actually will be. I would have to get a night. What do they call that MoonLite focuser that has the focuser and the rotation built into one? I think it's the Nightcrawler. I will add that to my ES127 so I can rotate it myself, and that will be a second rig. Depending on certain circumstances that we're not supposed to talk about. That Bray Falls has already let out of the bag, actually. I don't know if this might cost me more than $199. My ES127 is a pretty big scope. Maybe they'll give me a deal. I don't know. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I think I'm done. Thanks, everybody. I had fun hanging out with you guys. It's the MoonLite Nightcrawler. That's what I want to get. Yeah, I can probably talk to someone there. I think I can even talk to someone at MoonLite. I know Ron. Okay, Stan, we can go into Discord. Yep. Now, you know what, Stan? I'm kind of tired from live streaming. How about next time? We'll do that. I'm going to process something tomorrow, Stan, and while I'm processing, I'll be imaging and for members only. Let's do it tomorrow. How's that? I might be doing some video games later. 950. My excuse number. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you next time. Bye.